your discipline is that, first off, and then this is another disclaimer, I'm still working on disciplining myself. We all are. So you may say, I don't have discipline. Even people with discipline don't think they have discipline, right? It's a work in progress. There's no like end thing where that says, okay, now you have discipline. Yeah, you're done. It's something that you constantly strive for and you always work on it. Every day your alarm goes off, you want to hit the snooze button and catch another minute or not, but that's the discipline where you say, all right, I'm going to get up versus I'm going to hit the snooze button. Self-discipline is a habit that you can learn with practice and repetition. So you actually can learn, just like you learn Spanish or you learn how to tie your shoe, you learn how to drive, you can learn discipline. It's something that everybody can learn. Now the question is, are you going to be disciplined about learning about discipline? I'm testing. No, this is it's just a glass of dirty water. Yeah, that's all it is. Now, if you've had, whether it's a glass of bubbly water or anything like that, if you let water sit long enough, all the dirt eventually comes to the bottom and clears up, right? And that's the way the mind is. If you just sit there long enough and you relax yourself and you get into just some sort of routine of just thinking. This is just to say that the better that you take time to actually think, whether it's in the morning, throughout the day, maybe you go off on a walk, whatever it is, if you just take time to think, usually, not always, usually you can work through your problem. Successful people notice that when you wake up in the morning and start and do your exercise first, let it be the first thing that you do, it kind of starts you up in a rhythm. And it's like it creates endorphins and all types of things and gets your energy right. So they recommend right when you get up to do some kind of exercise. And it doesn't mean like hardcore, like work up a sweat, but it could just be, stretching, it could be going for a walk, it could be, anything that kind of gets your blood flow going. So do that for 21 days, it becomes part of your regular routine, and then the rest of your life. So like today, I think your goal, right, everyone's goal should be to get out of debt and stay out of debt, okay? Like, whether it's credit card, whether it's student loan, whether it's whatever, the goal should be to quickly, as soon as possible, get out of debt. Now, because most of us are in debt, we always say, you know what, I can't save. I'll start saving when I get X, Y, or I'll start saving when. Because you discipline yourself around living with just 99% of your income with the first month. Make it easy for yourself. This isn't like, save half your income and totally mess yourself up. Start with just 1%. Number 7, hard work. All right, we all know hard work is good, but you want to develop a reputation of being a hard worker. That's your reputation. That's why I called you. So I think anyone who's a hard worker, you'll never be out of work. You'll never be out of. You'll always be able to eat if you work hard, and that's with a brain, without a brain, smart, stupid, lazy. If you're known for being a hard worker, so when you talk about growing your network and being influential, if one of your traits is he works hard, you can't win with that. I mean, you can't lose with being a hard worker. Number 8, continuous learning. Now, you've heard this, or maybe you haven't. To earn more, you must learn more. All right, like people who make more money just happen to know a little bit more about that thing that they're making money with. So work hard on yourself as much as you do on your work. We sometimes forget that. Just like even with relationships with people, we normally help others and do for others and forget about ourselves. So it's that general principle. But specifically when it comes to learning, like try to educate yourself as much as you work on another thing. So if you're giving 8 hours to a company or to another organization, whatever it is, give yourself 8 hours. There you go. And that's the whole principle here. And all right, so work on yourself as if your future depends on it, because it does. All right, it's not even if. All right, persistence. We talked about that. I kind of mentioned this, but basically, persistence is actually self-discipline in action. It's actually the act of being disciplined is to be persistent. So, Welsh, you mentioned, you tried the savings program, and again, I'm not knocking it, but with persistence, that's the discipline that allows you to keep going, even when you're tempted or you're like, oh man, but I have this thing. You stay persistent with a discipline, and you win. There's always that guy that you would have never talked to.
If you wouldn't know.
But not only that, okay, there's that. But then there's the guy who's just a little persistent.
Right.
Right?
Like my boyfriend now.
He keeps hitting you up.
Yeah.
He either becomes a stalker or he becomes your boyfriend. Right. Last but not least, the discipline of networking. So.
Got this one down pat.
So networking is, like the phrase, your network is your net worth. The people around you, if you do a survey of the 5 people around you and then you just do an average, that's probably who you are. Especially with social media and all the groups and all the meetup groups, and if you go on Eventbrite and you just search meetup group for whatever topic that you want, there's groups out there and networks that you can join and be with like-minded people that want to do what you want to do. And that's so soon, right? So the benefits of practicing these 10 disciplines in the areas of your life is that these habits pretty much guarantee you a successful life. Not only with yourself, but with others. You'll be paid more and you'll be promoted faster. You'll be able to grow your business faster. You'll have more self-control, self-reliance, and personal power. So you'll be able to basically, within yourself, just be able to do more things. Your self-esteem will go up, your self-respect, your followers and your network will grow. You won't really fear rejection because you already know how to conquer being courageous and conquer your fears, conquer all the can'ts. So nothing can really stop you, right? They always say your biggest enemy is always yourself. So if you master yourself and you master self-discipline, who's in your way? And then with self-discipline, you'll have the strength to persist over all obstacles, and then you'll eventually succeed. So start today. Make this, forget 2016 to bring it back. F 2016, it's a new year, it's a new time. Put self-discipline into your everyday practice, and then persist with it, and your future will be guaranteed.